hotels in Tequila, Jalisco. So this is a good way to choose one of all these 4 hotels. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the restaurants. Okay, in restaurants in Tequila, there are 197 food and beverage establishments. The first one we are going to talk about is La Antigua Casona, which this is in a warm hotel. This is one of the most famous restaurants in Tequila, Jalisco, because all the foods or the meals that are from Tequila and Jalisco area, and this is such a popular and delicious foods or meals in there. Then we have La Fonda Cholula, which is a colloquial style restaurant, which is most like represented in Mexico, and it also have the meals like the traditional Mexican meals, so that's why a lot of people choose that restaurant too. Okay, so then we have the restaurant Hotel Villa Tequila, which is inside the Hotel Villa Tequila, and this is one of the famous restaurants because all the people who choose that hotel, they also can go to the restaurant. And the last but not least restaurant is La Cueva de Don Zenobio, which this restaurant is more like a coffee and tea restaurant, and you also can choose and drink all the drinks would have coffee and tequila. This is one of the most popular restaurants in there just because the thematic it's extraordinary. Now we are going to talk about the market. The unique and the popular market in Tequila, Jalisco is Mercado de Comida Cleofas Motas, which is such a big market, but inside this market it has like a little establishments of food, a little market establishments of food, when you can choose whatever you want to eat in that moment. And then inside, in the center of this market, it have like a table area when you can eat and you can enjoy all the food that you choose. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the Tequila distillery, which is the unique and one famous distillery in Tequila, which name is La Rojeña by Jose Cuervo, such an important and famous tequila. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the Tequila distillery, which is La Rojeña by Jose Cuervo, such a good and amazing famous tequila. As you can see, we have 2 pictures, inside and outside. Outside has a big bird, which is the animal representing this tequila, and inside we have the photos about the barrels, which inside all the barrels is the tequila. In this distillery, you also can have a mini tour about all the history, the evolution of tequila, and it's accessible, it's free, and it's open to all the people who want to go and get to know about all the important information about the tequila and the history. Okay, so another important man-made resource is the Tequila Express or Jose Cuervo Express, which is a train, and it's ubicated in Tequila, and this train goes to Tequila, to Jalisco. And
now we have the sociocultural impacts. I found 3, 1 negative and 2 positives. I didn't find real pictures about the positive impacts, but I can explain, and the actions to improve are real. So I'm going to start with the negative, and the negative is rejection of tourists among a community. The action to improve is that the government pays more attention to the concerns of residents, and of course there with this attention, the support that the residents give to the local development initiative will be better. And the positive is increasing in cultural exchange and the greater recreational spaces of locals. The action to improve is residents increase actions to restore and conserve their resources, and in this way the immigration has decreased. And the last one is better quality of life and employment opportunity. Many tequila factory and local companies are family businesses that have grown and improve the economy and identity of the place, and that's thanks to the tourism and the export of their products.
Okay, so now we are going to talk about the economic impacts of the tourism in Tequila. Now we are going to talk about the first one. It's a positive economic impact and is about the Tequila Express or Jose Cuervo Express at the train. So this touristic train creates routes to the Jalisco to Tequila, and this is a positive impact because the tourism increased a lot since these routes are created. So this is like a positive economic impact because the train and all the people who work in this train and a lot of local establishments in Tequila are increases a lot since this train. So that's why this is an economic positive impact. Okay, so now I'm going to explain a negative economic impact of tourism in Tequila. When Tequila was in a pueblo mágico, the people in Tequila sadly abandoned all the tequila industry, which is a negative impact because the tequila literally live about the tequila industry. And why the people abandon the tequila industry? That's why, because when tequila converted in a pueblo mágico, all the tourism just want to know about the commercial and services industry. So that's why the tequila industry get less and the commercial and services industry get more. So one of the actions to improve this negative economic impact is mix the tequila industry and the commercial and services industry. I mean, that is when the tequila industry, for example, La Rojeña by Jose Cuervo, it creates like touristic guides to explain everything about the tequila, and that's how this mix growing up, and we can disappear this negative impact of tourism. And the last impact, we have this positive economic impact, and that's when increase this socio-economic status in Tequila. But why or how is this? So this is because the labor competitive increase thanks for all the jobs we are opening to all the people who live in Tequila. So that's why the socioeconomic level increased a lot in Tequila thanks to the fusion and the mix from the commercial and services industry and one tequila industries. So that's why a lot of tourism visit Tequila, and that helps to Tequila to increase more and the level socioeconomic too.
And in this case, I'm going to talk about some negative or positive impacts, environmental impacts. So I'm going to start. The first is negative, unfortunately, and it is more than 86% of the pollution currently affecting the Lerma River and comes from the residual waste dumped by factories and municipalities into this water body. That is so sad. And the other is negative too, and as a tourist destination, Tequila, not only do we have to deal with the waste of the local population, but also with the waste generated by tourists, which causes the amount of waste to increase. But inside everything bad, there is always something good, maybe. And in this case, I have one point positive that is maybe, I don't know, is that being a tourist destination, the conservation of natural resource has been better this to have a good image. So that's all for me, and I hope you understood, and thank you for your attention.